EU leaders have signed off on a proposal to all but seal Europe's borders to foreigners for the next 30 days, perhaps even longer. The move, though, comes a bit late for some because many member states had already decided to close their borders despite desperate calls from Brussels for a unified approach. Well, the free movement of people in Europe is one of the 4 tenets of the single market. The guidelines of this new travel ban limit that free movement, saying that member states must always admit their own citizens and residents and facilitate the transit of other EU citizens and residents that are returning home. So we're seeing some tightening here. We've also seen in the past few weeks varying degrees of disunity. Some members have sealed their borders, even to other EU citizens, others have not. Some have hoarded the essential medical equipment, while others have been in desperate need. So this pandemic is testing the bonds of unity and solidarity within the bloc. The biggest criticism is that Brussels has been too slow to act to a fast-spreading epidemic. Too slow when it comes to aid packages, border controls, the procurement of medical equipment. Italy, which is closing in on 30,000 confirmed cases, has accused the EU and other member states of really leaving Italians high and dry in their moment of crisis. In the EU's defense, health is a national competency, so the early stages of this outbreak were dominated by this concept. That has changed somewhat as the pandemic has worsened. Plus, getting things done in a 27-member bloc is notoriously slow, and it's just exacerbated now that we are in a crisis. That is the big question, and to some extent, we've seen more of the me than the we mentality so far. So Germany and France, for instance, banned the export of much sought-after protective gear like masks and gloves so that they would not have a shortage at home. They did this, though, as Italy was desperately appealing for help in procuring this type of equipment. Germany and France have since loosened those restrictions after a scolding from Brussels, but as critical as things seem at the moment, they are expected to get worse. So seeing who and what the ultimate priorities are is something that we're just going to have to wait and see.